I think my attention span is dwindling. It's gotta be my shoe size IQ, pea size TikTok brain where I think of one thing and right after I pick up the pen I think of another concept and drew that instead. The funny thing is, I don't even watch TikTok. Hey guys, it's Pacifist here. Hope today's a good day. If not, I sincerely hope you get a better tomorrow. Today I'll be doing the third entry of accidental art. So what is accidental art, I hear you ask if you stumbled across the video for the first time. It's very simple. A community member provided me with 3 lines and I will attempt to draw something from it. The lines can be simple or highly complex. We'll get to the provided lines shortly. There is no time limit in how long I should take to do these, but I personally have set myself around 10 to 15 minutes to do the sketch. If you're wondering why I said personally, that's because you too can partake in this fun project. I can share it on social media with the tag AAPAC 2026 for me to see. We do have self-imposed rules for this project, which I have outlined in the first video, but a quick TLDR is rotating the canvas is fine, resizing the lines is allowed, but it has to be all 3 of them. You cannot free transform the lines or move 1 or 2 lines around. The end product does not have to be coloured in and can be in any form. The reason for this project is for us to be as imaginative and creative as possible, so line art or even sketch form is completely fine. As cheesy it may sound, the last rule is simply to have fun. Please don't stress too much on this, and it's totally fine to spend 5 minutes or 5 hours on it. Just have fun. With the introduction, rules and objectives out the way, it's time to crack on and get the creative juices going. They say 3rd time's the charm, so surely my first idea conceptually will be inked on the canvas, unlike the first 2 videos, right? Right? Well, they lied. Who spread this misinfo? Drop the deets, let me at 'em. I think my attention span is dwindling. It's gotta be my shoe size IQ, pea size TikTok brain where I think of one thing and right after I pick up the pen I think of another concept and drew that instead. The funny thing is, I don't even watch TikTok. So when I saw the lines, oh yeah, the lines. So I told a friend to provide me with the lines. It can be something simple or complicated and I gave him the freedom to free draw 3 lines for me. I low-key regretted this because I forgot that this project or challenge wasn't only for me, but for other people too who wish to partake. I forgot to tell him others may participate and draw as well, and since we're good friends and we love our bants, I was losing a bit of sleep in fear that he's gonna draw 3 crazy lines, where it's going to be so hard that it may put people off drawing. But I'm so glad that this didn't draw 3 super complicated lines, but instead he drew 3 simplest of lines. What I'm going to draw from these 3 lines? This looked like some emoji or something already, and I really didn't know what I could add to their lines. Pushing emojis aside, when I saw the 3 lines, I had an idea. I'm a gamer. I won't call myself a good gamer or a pro gamer, but I'm still a gamer. He is too, and I thought it might be best we went with a gaming theme. When I looked at the 3 lines in more details, if we rotate it ever so slightly, it reminds me of a D-pad on a controller, or most of a D-pad. So the first thing that came to my mind was Astrobot, or if we had to be a bit more specific, the PS5 controller. I suck at platformers, so Astrobot isn't the type of game that I would normally play. But I do remember in the game that there was an Astrobot theme controller, which I thought was pretty creative and cool. But that's where the first concept and idea ended. So we decided not to with that. And continue on with this theme, I thought of PlayStation, and this is not an ad or anything, but Little Big Planet came to my mind. This is a puzzle platform video game series, and what's really cool about this series is that the community can make their own custom stage for people to complete. So I thought, why not make a level for Sackboy, the little character, to complete a stage that's PlayStation themed. There will be puns in this video, guys. I'm willing to sacrifice the quality of the video for the puns. With the concept in mind, it's time to start sketching. For consistency, I made the OG lines red, so people can hopefully see it in the grand scheme of things. Since I needed to draw a stage, I thought a controller and Sackboy wasn't enough, so I decided to include more PlayStation products. I swear guys, this is not an ad. I think about midway, just like my waistline, I realized everything was too large, so I had to constantly resize everything every now and then, which you probably saw on the screen already. Since I wanted the art to look like a platform stage, I initially had the PS2, PS3, PS4 and 5 consoles in the bottom right hand corner, but unlike my phone storage, there was so much space up top and I knew I had to occupy some of that stuff. There was too much empty space there. I thought I was taking a closer inspection of my head. So I decided to add some shelves and stack them up there to occupy the space. Seeing so much space up there made me sad, and putting them there was the only way to console me. That meant there was some space in the bottom as a result, so I added an iToy memory card and a VR headset and put them in the naughty corner. Yeah, you know what you've done, shame on you, for shame. This piece was really nostalgic for me if I'm honest. Drawing physical cases and memory cards brought back fun times. I know more people tend to buy video games digitally rather than physical copies these days, but I personally will try and buy them physically. It's not because I'm a collector or anything, it's simple, I'm just a cheapskate. Typically buying physical copies of a game tends to be cheaper for me within a couple of years after they come out. Maybe after 5 years or so, digital prices are pretty cheap when they're on sale. But do we want to wait for that long? Of course not. I also buy pre-owned games from time to time, and that drives the prices down even further, so I can save a penny or two. Memory cards are a blast from the past, and even nowadays not all phones even have an SD card slot. Well, my phone hasn't at least. I still remember as a kid, my friends in school struggled to get the racing license for Gran Turismo 3 on the PS2 and would often come to me for help. With strict parents who placed a curfew where I had to be home by 3:45 PM. We finished school at 3:30 by the way. Meant I was never allowed to visit friends, and them coming over to my place was simply out of the question. So the only way for them to obtain a license for that game was simply give me their memory cards with their saved data, and I would load it up on my PS2 and do it for them and hand it back the following day. I thought this piece turned out really well and had fun working on it. It was a trip down memory lane for me, since I owned almost all of the PlayStation products that I drew. I realized the original lines were hard to see on the screen, so hard that you guys may need to hold control and scroll up with your mouse wheel to zoom in for a closer inspection. But don't worry guys, I got you. To help the viewers to see the original lines, I decided to draw an arrow to signal where it was. Need me to zoom in again? I got you, JK. What do you think of this piece? And was this what you were expecting me to draw? If you can't partake but have an idea or theme in mind, how would you have done this? Please let me know in the comments below. If you did join, feel free to use the tag AAPAC2026 on social media, such as Twitter or Blue Sky. A whose shout out goes to Krad for providing the lines. His socials are on the screen above and in the description below. He predominantly streams video games on Twitch and does art streams from time to time. If you'd like to see more videos of these, please consider subscribing so you can see next month's one, and feel free to drop a thumbs up so I know you got up to here and enjoyed this particular content. Thank you so much if you reached up to here. It means the world to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. For those who stumbled upon this video much later down the line, please click on the picture on the top left if you want to see the next video, or click on the bottom right if you want to be taken to the actual accidental art playlist itself. I'm out now guys, so as always, wherever you guys are, take care, be well, and be safe. Bye. Oh my god, I did not record OBS. I gotta record this whole thing again.